I just don't even know who could sit there and do this and walk away and go on a living with their life and not understand what kind of damage they've done.
A deadly hit-and-run crash leaves a Colorado woman without her husband and her children without a father. The victim's best friend has a message for the driver as the community rallies around the family during this moment of grief. Back to school starts in the Denver metro area on Monday. The schedule for districts starting the fall semester, the changes for colleges in Colorado, and security plans to protect your children. Today, athletes will bike, swim, and run in Boulder's Ironman competition. We're featuring one of the competitors who's racing for a greater cause.
Good morning and welcome to Denver 7 News. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Jessica Crawford.
And I'm Katie LaSalle. We appreciate you being here with us on this Saturday. Let's start with some stories we're following for you this weekend. Can you believe it is already time for some Colorado students to go back to school? The first Denver Metro School District starts classes this year will be at Douglas County. Well, kids, they go back in just 2 days, starting Monday, August 8th. Aurora and Adams 14, they start the next day. Then 27J and Greeley Evans start on Thursday. And our largest districts, Jeffco and Denver, start later on this month.
And today, you can decide which flowers end up in Colorado stores. CSU in Fort Collins is asking the public to judge more than 1,400 varieties of flowers. University experts grow a flower trail garden each year to determine which flowers grow best in Colorado's harsh conditions. Voting helps determine which flowers go from a trial status to the stores. Viewing and voting starts at 9 this morning and goes on until noon. Plus, ice cream, you scream, we all scream for new ice cream. Van Leeuwen Ice Cream is opening its first Colorado shop in Boulder on 28th Street. It's opening in Denver on Larimer Square next month.
It'll be a great day for ice cream, flower viewing, whatever it is you like to do outside. Van Leeuwen also makes their French and vegan ice creams with a wide variety of flavors, from vanilla and chocolate to more fancy ones like Earl Grey tea and even macaroni and cheese. In Boulder, their Rocky Mountain Road will be a spruce tree flavored ice cream. It is 6:58 and giving you a live look outside on this Saturday morning. A mix of sun and clouds as the sun comes up. A beautiful start to our Saturday morning. We do have another chance for a few storms and showers, but a drier day expected into Colorado's high country. City of Vail, you're seeing a lot of sunshine there this morning, and into Denver City Park. We'll stay under a mostly clear sky for the next few hours, increasing cloud coverage as we go through the late afternoon with a few thunderstorms popping up. Now, right now, we're dry, upper 60s to low 70s. Winds relatively calm from the north-northwest. Low 60s this morning down near Highlands Ranch and Castle Rock, and it's not going to be as hot as what we experienced on Friday. We hit triple digits out at DIA yesterday, breaking the previous record set back in 1878. Today it's going to be low 90s, a little more seasonal for this time of the year. Denver, north and east, Boulder looking at a high of 91 today with 70s to low 80s into the mountains. A drier day as mentioned into Colorado's high country, but we still could see a few thunderstorms pop up into the afternoon. Risk of severe weather stays low for Denver, but over the northeastern plains could see some stronger storms. I'll take you through the full futurecast still to come.
Aurora is demanding a hit-and-run driver come forward and claim responsibility after killing a 41-year-old man and his 2 dogs. 41-year-old Jason Lyman works overnights at Boeing. Well, yesterday morning, he took his dogs out for a walk around 2:30 when he got home, but he never made it back to his wife and kids, and his neighbors are in shock.
It just broke my heart this morning to read that, because I saw him just the other day coming home late from my sister's house, and I was thinking, oh, how nice that he probably comes home late from work and he makes sure that he takes his little dogs out.
Aurora police say the driver swerved onto the sidewalk near Reservoir in Mansfield, just south of Hampton and Tower Road, hitting Jason Lyman and his 2 dogs, killing all 3. Police say the driver ditched the Toyota Sequoia and left. Lyman's best friend, Travis Owens, is pleading for that driver to come forward.
The best thing you can do is turn yourself in. I understand it may have been a mistake, but don't compound it. Do not compound it by hiding. You need to come in and you need to make restitution for what you've done, even if it was a mistake. We all have choices. This is your choice.
Owens says he's enraged by whoever did this and that it's time to do the right thing and come forward. Well, that SUV wasn't reported stolen, and Aurora police are working to contact the owner. As you heard his best friend say, Lyman was the breadwinner for his family, so a GoFundMe account has been set up for his wife and 3 kids. You can find the details by going to this story on thedenverchannel.com.
The Department of Public Safety says body cam video of last month's police shooting in Lower Downtown will be released on August 16th, but that's if attorneys for the suspect in the case don't object. 6 bystanders were injured when officers fired at a man police say flashed a gun at them near 20th and Larimer just after bars closed on July 17th. The suspect, Jordan Waddy, was shot. He survived, and he's now charged with assault and 3 counts of possession of a weapon by a previous offender.
College students are getting ready to go back to school soon, and CSU says it's seeing record-breaking enrollment this year. Unfortunately, that means between 400 and 500 students won't be able to live in the dorms. Instead, they'll move into a Best Western across the street from the campus. But CSU says they're confident that they can provide the same kind of safety and security at the hotel as they do on campus.
And it's a good problem to have. I know it feels really hard to say that, and it really is demonstrating that students want to come to CSU, that they want to come to college.
They'll have the same access to RAs, the CSU community, having the independence, walking to class, and hopefully enjoying their first year at college successfully.
Normally, the school would have enough dorms for all the students, but one of the largest dorms, Westfall Hall, is undergoing renovations. Those are expected to finish up by next fall. MSU Denver is freezing its tuition rate for incoming students and current students. They're citing high inflation and recession worries. On average, in-state students will pay about $3,300 per semester. That rate will be around $10,000 for out-of-state students. The rates will be locked in for new undergrads for the next 4 years, current undergrads for the next 3, and transfer students for the next 2 years. As preparation starts for the upcoming school year, administrators are looking at their safety plans right now. Chloe Nordquist shows us the demand the security industry is facing.
This is the school response protocol that we use.
Jeff Pearson works in school safety at Jefferson County Public Schools. Like many school districts, they're preparing to keep kids safe this fall. The recent events in Uvalde added to the burden many safety experts face.
This year, some of our big points of emphasis are really around logical thinking around your building. What types of things do you need to be knowledgeable of around locked doors? What type of doors are accessible to people?
For security consulting companies, it's been a busy summer.
We've been pretty busy getting contacted by schools from the elementary school level through high school and even colleges. They've contacted us to come in and do security assessments.
Joe Lawless looks at what technologies and systems schools have in place, the training and drills they practice, and their relationship with local law enforcement.
The first thing we do is we go into these schools and we do a physical security assessment. We look at locks, closed circuit television, buzzers to buzz people in and out, entranceways, access control.
There is a lot of focus on the basics, but they also look at what's being discussed industry-wide.
I think at the national level, you're always going to hear about the latest and greatest.
There's a lot of fad issues that come on, and some of those are very good. I mean, some of those items are very useful in the case of a shooting.
From bulletproof backpacks and whiteboards to new safety systems, products pop up frequently with the purpose of helping protect schools.
The inquiries have increased greatly since the last shooting, just based off what our product is and does.
Protected Rooms started a couple years ago, designed a mobile piece of furniture that fits into classrooms. These bookcases are built with bullet-resistant panels and a latch system.
It's designed to be rolled in front of an opening or a door from the inside of the room and latched to the wall.
Another company, National Safety Shelters, took an existing tornado shelter and turned it into a multi-purpose safety pod.
It's best not to let somebody in the school in the first place. But as we've seen throughout the last 20 years or so, even when some schools have those things in place, they don't always prevent the person from getting in. What we're offering is a safety net. Should those things fail.
Joe Lawless says these are great tools, but they should supplement what is already in place.
You can't lose sight of your training, what the protocols are.
It's about making sure that you keep it what we call safety 101. locking doors, ensuring that the things that you do every single day, muscle memory, drills with kids, those things that are very important to us.
I'm Chloe Nordquist reporting.
Well, today, hundreds of athletes will be in Boulder to compete in the Ironman Triathlon, in addition to the loved ones on the race course cheering them all on.
Yes, and on the surface, this race is impressive, but there is so much else that is going on behind the scenes with these competitors. Denver 7's Christian Lopez is live in Boulder as the race kicks off. And Christian, you have a look at one of those racers' incredible stories.
Yeah, we do, and there is a little bit of a delay, so the event is going to start in about 30 minutes or so, and you can see the turnout this morning, and it really is a beautiful day out here in Boulder. As you mentioned, we did speak to one man who is going to be participating today, and he is battling stage 4 prostate cancer. Sam Macarola had competed in several triathlons before he was diagnosed back in 2019, and he was given 5 years to live. He wasn't sure if he would continue to compete, but he wanted to maintain the hobbies that made him feel alive while also spending time with his wife, who is also a triathlete. And today he'll be swimming 1.2 miles, biking 56 miles, and running 13.1 miles. The event is extra meaningful for him today because he wants to raise money and awareness for the disease.
I would go to a session of chemo, come home, I'd have a swim session and a bike session. Sometimes the obstacle is the way. So if I'm tired, the best way to get untired is to go work through it.
And if you'd like to donate to Sam's cause, we do have a link on our website, thedenverjournal.com. Just look for the story. And again, the event starts in about 30 minutes, and we will be showing you a closer look when that starts. Live in Boulder this morning, I'm Christian Lopez, Denver 7.
Christian, thank you. We are so cheering him on here. Well, a cancer diagnosis is overwhelming in its own right, let alone coordinating all of the new medical care that you or a loved one may need. The simple act that this week's Denver 7 Everyday Hero is doing to take a load off patients, and it's making a huge difference.
Plus, a Ukrainian woman fleeing the war zone landed in Colorado 8 months pregnant. How our community came together to give her and her new daughter a better life here in the Centennial State.